Hi friends, this is Dainty Tank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to Butterfly Soup. This is Butterfly Soup 2, and this is part like 7? It's been a hot minute. I know. But that's okay. We can hop back into things. So last we left off, we were out shooting a film in the park. And everybody was cosplaying. And Min was having some struggles because she got called out for a racist comment. Valid. However, Min is taking it as an entire affront to her being, like she was a fully racist human just because there was a racist assumption. Anybody who's grown up in America has a lot of institutionalized racism stuck in their entire being, and you have to slowly, piece by piece, dismantle it. It takes time and patience. The music faded away. Wow, I didn't know that. Anyways, so there's a lot of just stuff that Min has to work through, and was completely flubbing the hunter scene. So they took a break, and they went over to the pond, and that's where they are now. So going back into things. Low game. Alright. Study your lines again. Glance over at Esther. Let's glance over. Esther's sitting with Grace and Saida. Oh yeah. Because Sakura and I forgot the other one's fake name. Yuki are now Grace and Saida. So Esther's sitting with them on a nearby log. Should I try to talk to her? That might piss her off even worse. I probably shouldn't. I wish my hair would go permanently gray. Having white hair would be so cool. I have a lot of sparkly gray hairs. I am I will say I'm a delightful salt and pepper. Me too. Even though no one else would see it. That's not true. I could show my hair to my family and other girls. I mean, that's fair. That's valid. Also, anything around this, I want to say, just anybody, Jeeb, that wearing that is from Iran, sit down with you. It's true! She used to charge other girls $20 to see her hair in the girls' bathroom. Win. How'd you know? Did you pay to see it? Yup. If you're interested, Esther, I'll let you see it for a special discount of 10. I'll pass. You sure? Limited time offer. Why is it limited time? Your hair's always gonna be there. For all you know, I could be dyeing it crazy new color every day. It could be blue, purple, pink. You'll never know unless you check. Oh crap. Maybe I should pay to see it again. You're seriously falling for that? Let's look at the lake. Oh, I hate naturey lakes like this. Why? I forgot Dia's here, and you're adorable. It's nice here. It just reminds me of the shit that happened to me in Florida. What happened? I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other stories I told you. What other traumas did you dump on your girlfriend? I want to know. It's just on a field trip that got ruined by racists. So now places like this are cursed. What did you mean earlier about not being a woman? Do you mean age-wise? Oh no. Oh, it's hard to explain. I've never really told this to anyone before. Here we go. Yes, Nambini. It's probably going to be confusing. That's okay. Supportive girlfriend. I don't really like being thought of as a girl. But I'm not 100% removed from it, if that makes sense. Being called a woman or a lady is way worse, disgusting. I definitely don't want strangers seeing me to think, oh, that's a woman. What do you want them to think? I love you, Dia. That's such a good and supportive question. What do you want them to think? I don't know. Still figuring that part out. That's valid. Oh, it's the gender feels. For a long time there, I was already defaulting to they, them, just in case. Because I was like, oh yeah. But maybe I was jumping the gun. I was like, I remember that last episode, it was like, oh, she, her. Okay, so they're using she, her, so maybe I should switch back to she, her. And then, I was just jumping the gun. Diya tilts her head, perplexed. And that's gotta be cute. Don't get me wrong, girl is my favorite gender. Like, you're a girl, and you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just only feel any connection to being a girl in specific situations. No, I know. You know? Sorry, just trying to wrap my head around it. Can I still call you my girlfriend? Yeah, I like being your girlfriend. That's fair. I like being lesbian. I'm not that into the being a girl part, but I relate super hard with the no interest in men part. I mean, that's fair. You're allowed to be a non-beanie lesbian. You can be a genderqueer lesbian. Anything you want to be. For me, genderqueer lesbian fits. Boop, boop. Right here. Always have it, like, within reach somewhere. It's more stuff like being called ma'am or miss that really skeeves me out. Fair. 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 The amount of euphoria where I go places and I suddenly get mistered all the time. It's hilarious. I know it doesn't make that much sense. Like, gender's not real in the first place, so... No, it makes sense. I feel like I already knew that before you said it. You're okay with it? To Min's relief, Diya nods. Yeah, of course. It's very you. Aww. It's kind of cool. You're like a gender outlaw. I want that to be my new thing. I want to be a gender outlaw. Please let me be a gender outlaw. Yeah, that's me. I'm so lucky to have the sweetest, kindest, purest girlfriend in the whole world who has to be protected at all costs. I definitely can't let her find out the racist thing. I mean, or you talk about it. Should probably study my lines. Min rereads the script. When she reached the end of the packet, she flips it over to make sure there's nothing on the back. To her horror, the backside is covered with a dense array of numbers and numerical operations. The heck is this? It looked like a serial killer wrote it. Oh, it's just a puzzle I made up. Noelle. Using the digits 1, 2, 5, and 7 only once each. You create expressions using any operations that result in each integer from 0 to 100. Ah! When the actual hell would possess you to do that? It's called curiosity. Well, I mean, there's curiosity and then there's making up a whole mathematical grid. When I look at the clock, I like to make the numbers do this. You are beautifully autistic. When I look at the clock, it's because I want to know what time it is. God, you're fucked in the head. Look at the lake. Min continues watching the clear, rippling water. All of a sudden, Noelle yelps and turns indignantly to Akarsha. Did you just throw a rock at me? No. Maybe it was the water? The water threw a rock at me? It was just a little pebble, right? I bet the waves could have picked it up. She definitely threw the rock at her. Krista sighs from the bench she and Liz are sitting on. Why is it that whenever we go, we end up babysitting people? Do you think it's firstborn's child syndrome? You might be onto something. Oh, you guys are so cute. My siblings are pretty immature, so it's usually up to me to make sure the house doesn't burn down. Literally. What if we started acting really immature too? Then someone else will be forced to pick up the slack. How do you propose we do that? I don't know. Maybe we just start talking with no filter? Instead of thinking about what we say, we just say whatever pops into our minds first. Very interesting. After the brief break, the group gets back to filming. Oh. Take 11. Action. Hello, how do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list? I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and Montana. Now it's legal for me to hunt them. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves. When they finally get through the whole scene, Diya rewards Min with a quick peck on the cheek. Aw, good job. I'm all sweaty and nasty right now. You don't have to do that. You're not nasty. I don't mind it. Noelle grumbles as she sits next to Akarsha at the picnic table and takes a sip of water. I still can't believe you threw a rock at my face. Hey, that is a gross exaggeration. Wait, so you admit it was you who threw it now? First of all, I lobbed it. Second of all, I lobbed at her neck, not her face. Well, it hit my face. Intent matters here. You're making it sound way worse than it really was. Yeah, intent does matter. It didn't mean to hurt. I didn't mean to hurt Esther's feelings either. Min uneasily glanced over at Esther. She's reviewing the footage on the camcorder. I wish the whole thing never happened. Okay, we're good to start the Wolf family interview. Yes! I call being Wolf Mom! Wait, I wanted to be the mummy too. Well, I definitely don't want to be the dad. It can be two moms. Adopted. Wolf Mom and Wolf Mom number 2. Wolf Mom number 2 definitely sounds like the inferior one though. That's gotta be a way to make them sound equal. Like how there's always 2 versions of Pokemon, like Diamond and Pearl. Does that really matter? Hey, this is a scene where I kill a Akarsha, right? Aren't I supposed to have a gun? Oh, I brought a Nerf gun you can use. It's in the tent with the other stuff. Okay, I'll go get it. Min rummages through the duffel bag of costumes in search of the Nerf gun. Wait, Minsa, is your microphone in there too? No. Look for it yourself. Noelle sneezes as she steps into the dusty tent. Shut up. Shut up, your sneezes. Shut up? Noelle joins Min by the duffel bag. Suddenly, Noelle frowns at her. What? You got a problem or something? For one heart-stopping moment, Min's sure she's being exposed as racist somehow, but she soon realizes Noelle is just glaring at the dirt that she tracked into the tent. You wore your boots inside? You're getting dirt everywhere. Oh, that's it. It's barely anything. You got a leaf on the sleeping bag already, see? So brush it off, who cares? I care. You were the one responsible, so you should be the one to brush it off. It's just one fucking leaf. Stop splitting hairs over nothing. You're the one being difficult here. Just apologize and get the leaf off. You really want me to get that leaf off? Take this! Min grabs one end of the sleeping bag and swings it at Noelle. Ultimate pillow fight. It whaps Noelle in the torso. Hey! I'm telling on you! Go ahead and try it, Turbo Nerd! Whoa! Noelle seizes a handful of the sleeping bag as Min tries to land another blow. You gormless brute! Gormless? The fuck you mean I'm wormless? Take that back! Min yanks on the sleeping bag hard. It slips from Noelle's grasp, sending Min hurtling backwards. Whoa! Min loses her balance completely and falls backwards onto the wall of the tent. She hits the ground butt first, pinning the fabric of the tent down with her weight. Tent collapses. Blanketing its occupants in nylon, Min feels herself sliding backwards down a slope. The tent's rolling down the hill! Oh my goodness. Min and Noelle blindly tumble down the hill with their limbs wrapped in the tent, screaming all the way. Oh, that's dangerous. Eventually, they crash into a large bush at the bottom of the ravine. Min crawls out of the tangled mess, spitting dirt and twigs out of her mouth. Oh, how I despise you. Noelle gathers the tent in her arms and tries to trudge back up to the park in her socks. What happened to your shoes? I took them off before coming into the tent, like a civilized person. See, this is why keeping them on is better. I win. No, you don't. The situation would never arise under normal circumstances. Look how much faster I'm walking than you. See? Loser. Min looks back and sees how far behind Noelle is. She looks pretty pathetic dragging the tent through the dirt. Yeah, go back and help her. Min reluctantly goes back and yanks the tent away from her. What's the matter with you today? What? Generally speaking, you strike me as someone who can't take criticism. But you haven't blown up on me like this for months. Did something happen between you and Esther? What? No, why? During her scene, you kept eyeing her like she was going to bite you. Hell, if even fucking Noelle could tell, might as well be wearing a neon sign around me saying what happened. We sort of got in a fight. She got all offended by something I said. What'd you say? Don't even want to say it. It's so fucking embarrassing. Kind of was like, I didn't know black people cared about grades. What? Why? I don't know. None of my classes ever had black people in them. So I felt like I was learning something new from the story she was telling me. I was just trying to express that. So you decided to tell her you held a bigoted belief that only changed from a random anecdote she shared? I wasn't thinking, okay? It's easy to pick apart now in hindsight, but the whole thing happened in like 5 seconds. I didn't even have anything against her, or black people in general. Come on, you know me. When I hate someone, I let them know. I mean... You know me. When I hate them, I let them know. Yes, I'm well aware of that. I know. Yeah, you were on the receiving end of that for a long time. So it should have been obvious I didn't mean anything by it. When people do Asian accents or say weird stuff about Koreans, I don't flip out. You don't? That time we were walking around got konnichiwa'd. You were furious. That was coming from a white creep, and it was clearly hateful. But if it's just a joke or something worded insensitively, it doesn't always mean the person actually hates Asians. Not sure I follow your logic here. Are you saying that as long as something's not intentionally hateful racism, it doesn't bother you? Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm not a sensitive crybaby. But if you had a choice, would you rather they not say those things? Well, duh. If you could press a button and magically no one ever said that stuff again, that'd be cool. Then it does bother you. Okay, yeah, maybe it does bother me a little, but I won't make a huge stink about it. If it bothers you, doesn't it make sense to complain about it? If I were some weak-ass sissy, sure. But I'm not, so I don't sweat that kind of small stuff. But we just established that you are bothered by it. Thank you, Noelle, for, like, going through and teaching, you know, levels. Levels of racism to, our men here. You just deny it because in your eyes, it's weakness to admit you're hurt because of the tough guy act you have going on. Noelle's got this insufferably smug expression on her face, like she's discovered a misprint in an exam that no one else has found yet. I think I understand now. Understand what? You weren't even there. You think Esther is overreacting because in similar situations you do nothing. When she told you your response was racist, you became enraged by her audacity to complain about things you suffered through in silence. Admitting that you were generally hurt. That you generally hurt her feelings would require the admission that you've been hurt before too. And your fragile ego cannot allow that. Oh, Min. You got read for filth. Totally got read for filth there. Shit. Maybe she's onto something. In conclusion, thank you for coming to my presentation and my tech talk. Esther's right, you're wrong, and you're racist. This sucks so bad. Covered in dirt and twigs, Min struggles to put the tent back up. Diya, are you okay? Not really. I feel like absolute dog shit. Oh no. Just want to hide what I did. I want to dig a hole and bury the terrible truth where no one else will ever find it. What happened? I don't really want to talk about it. At a loss for how to handle the situation, Diya quietly helps her pitch the tent. Aww. Thank you, Diya. Oh no. Huh? Look. Diya points to a malformed-looking butterfly clinging to the tent fabric. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oops. Alright, cool. Aww. Malformed-looking butterfly clinging to the tent fabric. Oh. Ew. What's wrong with its wing? It's all crinkled. I think it's stuck like that. That's so sad. Maybe it's because of the false spring. False spring? It's when it was super warm, but it's still winter. It messes up a lot of animals because they think it's spring when it's not. Maybe the weird environment messed it up while it was forming. Diya tries to get the formed butterfly to crawl onto a twig. It's hard to watch. Is that what I'm like? Because I grew up with racists and got taught the wrong lessons ever? Taught the worst lessons ever. I mean, you got taught in Florida, which meant you didn't get taught. I'm sorry. I feel like I went through hell and came out the other side in the most monumentally fucked shape. You have trauma, my love. You have trauma. This is what that is. It's okay. You're okay. I believe in you. I trust you. You're fine. It's gonna be okay. You have a lot to learn, and you have to be open about learning, which is hard, but it's necessary. Oh. What do you mean? Diya, you would never break up with me, right? No. What if I said something bad? I mean, like, really bad. What did you do? Are you sure you wouldn't break up with me, though? What did you do? I love that. I love that face. That face right there is great. Actually, I'm gonna purposely screenshot that one. I like that face. Min tells Diya what happened, bracing herself for the worst. And that's why Esther is mad at me. That wasn't very nice of you. Sounds like something racist my mom would say. Yeah, I know. Poor Esther. Her comic sounds cool, too. Do you hate me now? I mean, it was bad, but at least you realize it. Everyone makes mistakes. Not everyone makes racist mistakes. But it's not like people are born knowing things either. Everyone has blind spots. How come you've never offended someone like I did, then? I don't talk to people very much. So most of the mistakes just happen in my mind. Well, then how come Noelle doesn't offend people? I mean, she was pretty ignorant about gay people before we started dating. She still is. You had a whole conversation about, well, two girls can't do that, so... But they can. When people say the narrator of The Great Gatsby was gay in our English class, she got all scandalized and argued against it. She kept insisting there had to be another explanation, but I thought she was just grossed out by the thought of it. That's not as bad as insulting someone's entire race, though. Not trying to say she messed up worse. My point is, she got better about it. She wouldn't do that anymore. So I don't hold it against her. Just because you were ignorant about something doesn't mean you're bad forever. I don't know. Doesn't undo the fact that I was racist to Esther already. And now she hates me. Did you say sorry? No. She might not forgive you, but you should at least tell her. Min feels such anguish upon hearing Dia's suggestion that it takes her a moment to sputter something out. But, no one ever apologized to me! That's because they were horrible people who were not wanting to learn. You are above that. Do better. To Mentor, her eyes filled with tears. So many people did way worse things to me and they never said sorry. None of my racist bullies ever said sorry. My dad never said sorry. Be better than the people that hurt you. Why is it only me who has to say sorry when what I did wasn't even as bad? It's not fair. Aw. Dia pulls her into her arms and hugs her very tightly, as if they are trying to squeeze all the grief out of her body. Min leans into her warmth, letting her familiar touch and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat calm her down. What happened to you wasn't fair. No, it wasn't. Not one bit. It's trauma. But that doesn't mean you should be unfair too. Or you'll just continue the cycle. Break the cycle. Cycle breakers. You can apologize, even if they don't. But it's not fair. I want them to suffer. I want them to die. If I just forget about them, that means they got away with everything. That means they won and I lost. But isn't it losing worse to let people you hate keep controlling your life? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You don't have to forgive them. You don't. But letting the trauma you suffered continue to keep controlling how you go forward in your life does. You don't need to carry that forward. You don't need to put it on others. Don't. Let it go. It's like that saying, if you seek revenge, dig 2 graves. Is it worth it to hurt yourself in the name of fairness? You have an oversized view of justice, and I'm so proud of you, Min. But this is a hard lesson. A very hard lesson. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah. Crushing the card just to get back at them? Yeah, you're crushing the card just to get back at them, yeah. 2 graves are you and the person you got revenge on, by the way. Just so you know. Teaching you a lesson. Over here, as Dia. Not 2 different people you killed. Being very clear. No, I got that. You're right. Why should I let these pieces of shit keep controlling me even years later? If nothing they did matter, that'll show them. I love you. That's the best way to control that. Yeah. Yeah! Min dashes over and finds Esther setting up the next scene. What took you so long? Everyone's ready to do the wolf death scene. Can we talk first? Esther gives a guarded look. That depends. Sorry, I was an asshole earlier. I should have said that racist stuff. I shouldn't have said that racist stuff about black people and the weird stuff about your hair. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You're right. I should have known better. I know how much it sucks looking different from everyone else. Esther lets out a sigh, looking exhausted. You think people would know, but they don't. It's like being kicked on both sides. I go through all the same stuff as everyone else at school. No one sees me as one of them. Everyone thinks I'm not pure Asian, not smart, or I don't study as much. Don't worry, I don't think that. I learned my lesson. I'm not racist anymore. You sure? Huh? You literally still racist. All you did was apologize for one specific thing. But what else am I supposed to do then? Try to educate yourself and not say random crap about other ethnicities. And say sorry the next time you're racist instead of being all rude and defensive. Next time? That makes it sound like this is gonna happen again. It might, yeah. As much as we want to try and be the best people we can be, we're gonna be accidentally racist. Period. And we need to learn from them. People make mistakes. Learn, educate, grow. Try and actively educate. That's why I was mentioning before, and I know that this is preaching to a good choir here, but anytime that you are trying to be better as someone who comes from America, which is very, very racist, you have to actively continue and seek to be anti-racist, which means continuously educating yourself so you're not putting that burden on other people. You're not putting the burden of education on people like Esther who are victims of it. The burden of education is not on them, it's on you. That's what she's meaning here. Honestly, probably will. So you're saying I'll always be racist no matter what I do? Min looks so horrified that Esther gives her a pitying look. I mean, literally everyone on Earth is ignorant to some degree about something. For my webcomic, I tried to research albinos and double amputees the best I could, but I'm still not sure I portrayed everything right. Double amputee? What the fuck is going on in her comic? Probably something cool. Sounds badass. No one's perfect. You just gotta do your best. Learn from your mistakes. And not be a dick at them. Huh. Okay. But I hate thinking I'm gonna be a different mistake at some point and have to apologize again. It's fucking mortifying. I mean, it shouldn't be mortifying to admit you were wrong about something. I guess it shouldn't be. Hey, are you ready to party? Yeah, let's do it. So are we good now? For now, I guess. Can I still use the prodigy thing you said earlier? Huh? Yeah, knock yourself out. Min hides behind a tree with a Nerf gun, waiting for her cue. How has your pack helped balance the ecosystem here? We prevent... Aww, Wolf Mom Leaf Green! We prevent the elk population from exploding and overgrazing. Oh, Wolf Mom Fire Red! Ah! Before we were reintroduced, many biologists were concerned about eroding and plants dying off. Unfortunately, many ranchers and hunters don't understand this. In fact, the state of Idaho is planning to kill hundreds of wolves this winter. This is where we always screw up and have to start over. Every time Akarsha makes eye contact with Krissa, she starts laughing. Mom, Leaf Green, I'm scared. Are we gonna die? Holy shit, she finally did it! Goo goo gaga. Noelle's eye twitches as she recites her next line. Who is this adorable little thing? This is our wolf puppy. Normally mated pairs produce a litter per year, but we adopted her. We love her so much. I'm only 4 months old. Die! Min leaps out from behind the tree and shoots a flurry of Nerf bullets at Akarsha. No! I only kill a small number of cattle per year. Irk. Akarsha goes down, and Min continues shooting her ass with the Nerf gun. No! Our innocent puppy! Mwahaha! I'll be back to kill the rest of you! Min runs off screen, leaving Carissa and Liz crying very unconvincingly over Akarsha's body. How could this happen? If only we were still on the endangered species list! Noelle turns solemnly to the camera. Today, I learned that delisting of gray wolves from the endangered species list would have devastating consequences. And that's a wrap. Finally, we've been here for 6 hours. And we may have just produced the worst video ever. Relieved to be back in her regular clothes, Min looks around. Seems like people are packing up. Okay. Let's save real quick. And look in the tent. Look at the tree stump. Krissa and Liz are staring at the decimated tree stump. What happened to this? It looks like a cannonball hit it. Beats me. I should probably keep my mouth shut. Well, I suppose not a problem. Speaking of problems, what'd you think of your afternoon as an irresponsible person? That was even more tiring than being responsible. Did you see them knock the tent down the hill? Yeah, just ignored it. Me too. We probably could have finished a couple hours ago if we'd just wrangled them like we normally do. Yep. Man, I thought I was really onto something. Min turns to walk away, but to her surprise she hears footsteps running up behind her. Wait, Min! Min stops to let her catch up. What? I couldn't help but overhear some of what you were saying to Diya at the lake. Min scribbles something on a piece of paper and hands it to Min, like a doctor giving a prescription. You need to go on the internet. The internet? The internet is very, very great. Min scrutinizes the piece of paper. It's called genderfork.com. What's genderfork.com? But also, that means that she overheard the gender conversation and was just like, yeah, I got a website for you. Oh my god. Liz, you are a phenomenal ally. I love you so much. It's a blog you might like. How the hell would you know what I like? Oh, never mind. Community member. Hi, I see you now. I'm trans. Huh? I mean, not that being genderqueer is necessarily the same as being trans. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Ah! It's not necessarily the same, no, but it's under the umbrella of T. So yeah, no, you're right. You're trans. I love you. I love you so much. But I'm here if you ever want to to talk. I love you, Liz. You are amazing. Have fun. Liz pats Min on the head and leaves her standing there clutching a little scrap of paper in absolute shock. Literally was just like, yo, I see you, little T. Tap, tap. I heart you. It's fine. Genderfork.com. Genderfork? Genderfork. I'm probably gonna Google that later. Guess I should look that up when I get home. Yeah, you should. What's in the tent? Tent flaps are already open. Min climbs inside to her surprise. Akarsha's already there. Shh, look. She points to Noelle, who's sound asleep on the sleeping bag. Dizzy. Damn, she must have been pretty tired to just conk out like this. Listen, I have the biggest brain in the world. Akarsha gleefully lies down on the ground next to Noelle. Help me braid her hair. Together. I have short hair, dipshit. Do I look like I know how to braid hair? I can't do it myself. It's too hard when I'm lying down like this. Come on. Pretty, please. God, when you talk like that, it's just gonna smash your head with a rock. Min crosses over and grabs a lock of Akarsha and Noelle's hair in each hand. It's easy. You just gotta split it into 3 strands and alternate which one goes on top. Like this. Confused Min just randomly twists their hair together. The instant she lets go, the braid loosens and unravels. Shit. Noelle scowls in her sleep as Min tries again. Akarsha. Akarsha and Min freeze. But Noelle just turns on her side, mumbling to herself. Just because it's suitable for all primates doesn't mean you should eat it. Aww. What is she dreaming about? Esther sticks her head in the towel. Can you hand me my backpack? Wait, what are you guys doing? Psst. Help. Esther, do you know how to braid hair? Esther assesses the situation for a moment before shrugging. Okay, why not? Thank you. After a few minutes, Esther manages to weave Akarsha and Noelle's hair into one elegant, messy braid. You did it! I wonder when she's gonna realize. Noelle stares on the sleeping bag. Her head just gets jerked back by her hair, which is now bound to Akarsha's. She blurrily rubs her eyes. Bonjour! Noelle bolts upright, screaming. Ah! What's wrong, Frenchman? Bad hair day? Akarsha! Why? Get me out of here! Whoa, calm down. Calm down! You literally attacked me in my sleep. I mean, you can just unbraid it. It's not that bad. Yeah, tons of people in the world have it way worse than you. Shut up, I hate all of you. She surges towards Esther and Min with an aura that can only be described as murderous. Akarsha calmly lies back down, dragging Noelle back down with her. Ah! I'll hold her down. Run. Nice knowing you. Bye. Bro, I will never forget your sacrifice. Esther and Min make their escape. Inside the tent, there's a muffled scream followed by a crash. The tent stakes pop out of the ground as the tent rolls over and goes tumbling down the hill again. Ah! Again? There it goes. Min and Esther peer down to the bottom of the hill where Noelle and Ness and Akarsha and the tent have landed in a tingle heap. Yep, suddenly everything dawns on Esther and she straightens up, her eyes shining. I can use this. In my comic. It totally fixes the part I'm stuck on. The hell kind of story are you writing where you could even use this? Some kind of camping disaster? You don't understand, it's perfect. I gotta write this down. Isn't your sketchbook and everything down there though? Inside your backpack? Crap, you're right. Guess I'll go grab it. Esther sighs and heads down the hill to retrieve her things. Don't really get it, but good for her. Grace is trying to squeeze the costumes back into her bag. Hey man, do you know if your brother's single? Oh, great. Do you think you could introduce us? I mean, I'm not sure he even likes girls. No, darn. What exactly do you like about him? He's so cute. He looks kind of like G-Dragon. Oh my god. Do you like my brother just because he's Korean? What? Can you chill out a bit with the whole Korea thing? Sorry, I'm just so excited about K-pop. Liking K-pop is fine, but just be normal about it. Sorry. This is hilarious. You don't have to keep apologizing, it's annoying. As long as you get it. Okay, yeah, I'll be normal now. Okay. Walk to the lake. I think we're going to save here and walk to the lake next time. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate all of you. I am loving this. This was chaos, and it's beautiful. I heart you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!